So I know in trading, all you guys ever hear about is wins from every single content creator. But today, I'm going to talk about the things I have done that has been a complete waste of money. Services I've used, that was a waste of money. Tools I used, that was a waste of money. So let's get straight into it. Starting with signal services. This was one that I first started with. I think every single beginner trader starts with that, to be honest, because it just seems like a quick, fast route to success when you first start trading. We've been there. I know you've been there as well. You did it. But this was a fat, pointless waste of money. Because how this works, right? There's some traders out there, no names, but they make money through providing signal services, but they make you sign up with a broker first, and then the broker pays them, and then everybody kind of wins, right? Because you're trading your own money, they made money from your deposit, and it just works that way. Now, it's not, fair enough at the end of the day, but they provide signals that don't exactly have to win, because regardless, you're trading that money, and whether you win or lose, they are making money regardless, basically. So they don't exactly have to be good. But anyway, I tried this as well. Fat waste of money. I think I did make a video about it as well. If I did, I might leave it in the description, or just, scroll back to when I first started trading. It's all documented on the channel. Then you see this as well. But this is one that you shouldn't bother doing. But I'll say the main reason for this is not just being in a Discord service or Telegram. It's mainly if you're there for signals, don't bother. Be there to learn. There's nothing wrong with that at all. If you are learning and getting signals as well, that's fine, because at least you leave that place learning something. You know how to trade independently. But going in there just for signals, which is what I did, went in there just so I can copy someone else and and just fly straight to being a millionaire basically in like a year. Hey, it didn't happen. In fact, I lost all that money. I was back to square one, waste of time, and then I moved on to the next thing. But it was useful. It helps me learn, and it helped me realize that, okay, trading is going to be hard. You're going to have to learn the hard way. And next, a pro indicator that's going to tell you buy here, sell here, withdraw here, whatever the case is. Absolutely pointless as well. This one, there's many, in fact. There's some free ones as well. If you're using the free ones, the issue is you're still putting your money on the line. Unless you're using prop firms, fair enough, but you still bought the prop firm challenge. But this I did personally. I tried them. There's even a picture somewhere on my IG. I think you just see a bunch of arrows, man. It's a waste of time. It's telling you to buy and sell. The issue with that, for those who don't know, if you're a beginner, listen up. These indicators work very well when price is trending. Number one, when it's not trending, there's chaos. Secondly, it basically works, but it's delayed. So when the trade has happened, I think then it's like the arrows make sense. So when you're looking at it back, you're thinking, raw. When it tells me to buy here, boom, it wins. When it tells me to leave, boom, it's perfect. But in real time though, it's not the same. So in other words, the arrow changes, right? It might be here at one point, then it moves to another point. You won't really know. But when you're doing it in real time with money on the line now, it's GG's. So overall, it's not really profitable, bro. If indicators work that tells you when to buy and sell, everybody will be a millionaire, man. Come on, is it that easy? It can't be that easy, right? So let me quickly tell you about the sponsor of this video, FundedNext. FundedNext is an amazing platform that has existed for a while. They've been in the game, so right off the bat, you know that they have stood the test of time. That's one of my major metrics for most platforms that I'm gonna actually use. Have they actually stood the test of time? Not a platform that just existed after 2 weeks, you know what I'm saying? So they do have the general FX platform, and they do have futures as well. So you can do either. Futures is one that's also coming up in the industry. Their pricing is very, very, industry standard. They don't provide too many discounts, which it might sound negative to most of you guys, but I like those firms because it shows that they're not just here to just take your money. They're here for you to actually be a profitable trader. They're here to provide you with, actual service. Once you start to see too many discounts, it's usually a bit sketchy for me. That's what I think anyway. FundedNext was the first platform that I passed with, and I continue to use. Very, very good prop firm. Literally don't have much bad things to say. And as long as I continue to use prop firms, I will continue to use FundedNext. They are one of my top prop firms that I can definitely recommend to you guys. So be sure to check them out. There will be a link in the description below. Be sure to use the code SULLY so you get 120% on your refund. So this is when you pass the challenge, you get a refund, you get more money on top. So it's just a ton of money altogether. Thanks again to FundedNext for sponsoring this video. Now, similar to those indicators, one thing I tried was an EA, one of those bots that basically trade for you. I made a video about this. I said I was going to try it. I put $500 on the line. I'll tell you guys a little story. $5 on the line now. I signed up for this EA. Everything was good. The day one, we made some money. I think we made like, decent amount, maybe $50 or so on a $500 account. It was good. Like, I was thinking, Rob, amazing, bro. Day two, I think something decent as well. Made some change. It was like, all right, 2 days in a row. So there was a day I was out with my friends. I remember this day vividly because I was so upset, man. But I was out with my friends that day, and I remember I looked at my phone just to see, how much did we make today? I'm not even kidding. I'm not kidding. I lost the entire thing was clean. and it only lasted 3 days. Clean, clear. So obviously I messaged the people who provide that EA or whatever the case is, and they were telling me, sorry, you know, this doesn't really happen. It happens once in a while. The EA malfunctions because of some volume, whatever. And then, you know, it was just, the EA was basically losing money, increasing the lot size, losing money, trying to buy, losing money. It was just chasing it. So my account was just getting cleaned. And I spoke to them. They basically said there's nothing they can do. There ain't no refunds. It is what it is. I just accepted it, right? I accepted my fate. I'm not really the type to cause a fuss. I said it is what it is as well. It's part of the learning process. So obviously I documented, I made a video about it as well. You will see that on the channel. But yeah, these, I like to say, it's good to make money for a little bit, but the issue is they're never long term. So it's nice when you're winning until the day you don't. But then the issue is when it doesn't work, all your profit is getting cleaned out. So it's kind of like you're good, and then you have that one bad day, you're back to square one. So it's not really worth it. In my opinion, you know, I've not tried many. Maybe there's probably that one holy grail out there. But in my opinion, don't bother. Because again, it's not a skill that you have. One day, if this EA stops working, you have 5 kids, your wife is dependent on you, and then the EA stops working, and now you don't know how to trade, you have no job, you're cooked. You're absolutely cooked, because now there's a zero income. So you don't want to rely on something providing you money that you don't really have control over. You want to have the skill for yourself. And that's one thing I've always believed in, teaching you guys so you have the skill for yourself, and then anything else is additional, but at least you can always do it by yourself. Now moving on, this one's quite interesting actually. This one isn't even anything really trading related, but you know when you have that feeling when you're gonna buy multiple monitors, you feel cool. You wanna have one screen here, another fat screen here, maybe a wide screen here. So you just feel more like a trader. Yes, I invested in a few monitors. You know, I was experimenting. Basically, I had a TV as well, thinking I can maybe move the, one fat screen there. Honestly, the whole thing is pointless. It doesn't really add any value to you being a trader. You can still be losing even more money no matter how many screens you have. Yes, I get the idea. You can see more. But realistically, if you have multiple monitors, you're probably doing too much. Anyway, I think trading should be simple, or be kept simple, very systematic. So if you have 10,000 time frames that you're looking at, and one is telling you buy, sell, this one is telling you to buy, this one is telling you to sell, it's all over the gap. Trading is already stressful as it is when you're in drawdown or something. Now looking at 10 different screens, giving you 5 different ideas, it's just more stressful. So for me, honestly, right now, I've slimmed everything down. Now I have one monitor that I use, and maybe a small iPad basically. So in general, I'll just say stick to that. You generally, depend on how you trade, but in most cases, 95% of you don't need 3, 4, 5 monitors just for you to trade. One is enough. A laptop, internet, and a phone, and I promise you're good to go. And next is paid discords. Many of us know about this one. Paid discords. When I was starting to learn how to trade as well, yes, I did join a few paid discords, or paid telegrams, just paid services. It's only bad, listen up, it's only wrong. It was only a big waste of money for me, because again, I was doing this with the intention of finding a trader to just copy. I wasn't trying to learn at that time. This was brand new when I just kind of started, right? It's only good. If you're looking to learn how to trade, by all means, that's fantastic. It's good, because at least now you're with the trader, they're sending their trades in, you can talk to them, you have full access to them, all that stuff. It comes with those perks. So, you're in their inner circle sort of thing. That's fine. But if you're doing this just to copy trade, because that's what many of us want the lazy route. We just want to go in there, take the trades they're taking with no understanding of what's even going on. That's why, for example, some people join to this academy, they're hoping to see buy here, 1, 2, 5, 4, sell 3, 6, 8, TP, and they just use like a bot to copy that. They don't have to do anything. That's not what Sales Academy is for. You're not gonna get that. You're gonna have to learn something, a little bit at least, and then you're gonna have to have knowledge, man. I'm not just here to just tell you buy and sell, because how does that help you? You don't learn anything. So that's what I did. So in that sense, discords and stuff, they're not good if you're just there to just kind of copy trade. But if you're there to learn, by all means, that's fine. And next, we know that prop firms basically are kind of the future at the moment. That's kind of the main thing for all traders. So once upon a time, I decided, you know what, I saw one of these ads about like prop firm bot services that helps you pass your prop firms basically. But the little cheeky part is they don't pass the regular prop firms. So like the FTMO, funding traders, funded next, none of those none of those at all. They want to help you pass like one of these like sketchy prop firms, man. Those sketchy prop firms that you don't really hear of. Somehow their rules is slightly different. Overall, I learned from that is, number one, these sketchy prop firms, for you to get a payout, bro, the rules, man, holy, there's bare rules that you have to you know, you can't get a payout for 4 weeks, and 1 week you have to make X, and then week 5 you have to do this, and you can't make this amount. They make it very hard that, oh, bro, you're probably not gonna get a payout. Number 2, yes, these bots do, I mean, fair enough, I promise you they did pass the prop firm. Like, they hit, you know, the 8%, they passed phase 1, phase 2, sweet, perfect. But it's only done on sketchy prop firms that just wouldn't really pay you out. You're not gonna make much. I don't even know if they pay at all. So overall, it was just pointless, you know, it didn't yield anything. I wasn't exactly good back then, so guess what? You do that and then you just blow the account anyway. You get? Because you're paying for the prop firm, you're paying for the person who's gonna use their bot to pass it for you. You get all of that, that's more money, and then you blow it. So you just start again, and then you rinse and repeat, and you blow it. So it was a huge waste of money overall. So I definitely would not recommend it.